Iran is now publicly trolling Donald Trump online as he spirals out of control, and there are many examples of this. For example, today, the Iran embassy in Zimbabwe responded to Trump's post on Truth Social where he threatened Iran with war crimes, saying, "We've lost the keys." And this is in reference to opening the Strait of Hormuz. They don't have the keys to open it. And it actually didn't stop there, because the Iran embassy in South Africa chimed in as well to that post, saying, "Shh, the keys under the flower pot just open for friends." And then yesterday, again, the Iran embassy in Zimbabwe said, "Trump, please talk. We are bored." They are just completely mocking him. And final example, Iran posted this: the regime change happened successfully, MAGA, and they posted photos of different military officials and generals that have been fired by Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump during this whole war, indicating regime change here. And these posts are getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes. It is embarrassing for the United States. Donald Trump portrays himself as a big, strong guy who everybody is scared of, and yet Iran is trolling him brutally online right now, and he's got nothing.
Oh, good. See how people are making mockery of someone that was supposed to be respected, of someone that was supposed to be appreciated, of someone that the people that he said is ruling are supposed to be exalting. Now, a lot of Americans reacted to this and they are making mockery of this man. And this is not the first time, this is not the second time. And I'm very sure this is actually not even going to be the end. Because when you have someone that can turn A to B, when you have someone that can literally decide to wake up one morning and do whatsoever he or she thinks, this is exactly what is going to happen to you. But anyways, I'll let you guys watch the video, roll out the clip for you guys so that you guys can see every single thing that has transpired, and let me know your honest thoughts in the comment section. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And guys, with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
We had the war in Iran, and now this, which is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful, coming from our U.S. president. This is the sort of thing, I hate to say it, that you would expect to be introduced in a war crimes tribunal in the future.
Yeah.
David Rode, who was just on with us, sent one of our producers his reaction to this tweet. This will offend Iran's hardline jihadist leaders. It doesn't frighten them. Bullying religious extremists who want to become martyrs doesn't work. He says he's witnessed this in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Laura, I know we're supposed to be talking about who the next Attorney General is going to be, but this right here from the President of the United States, were it anyone else, we would be talking about the 25th Amendment. People in Congress would be raising hell. And why do I get the feeling that neither one of those things is going to happen?
The President of the United States of America is one of the most unhinged people on social media, which is a phrase or statement or reality I never thought would exist for us in this current day and age. After his out-of-pocket post on Truth Social this morning, where he told them to open the fucking Strait of Hormuz, calling them crazy bastards, saying that they'll be living in hell, basically saying that he wanted to commit war crimes against Iran. No president ever talks about war strategy via social media. He followed up by telling an ABC reporter that he wants to blow up the entire country. Nothing was off limits, that he will want to decimate them and blow them out of the water. Now, this is the active president of the United States of America, who is the commander-in-chief, saying he wants to use the might of the United States Army to wipe a country off the face of the earth. That, my friend, is, for all intents purposes, a war crime. But we all know that the ICC and the UN has proven themselves useless as they allow Israel to continue doing whatever they want to do. So I think now our president's like, oh, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say because no one's holding him accountable. Then to top it off, to solidify himself as a fascist dictator, at the request of the government, satellite imagery firms are no longer providing high-resolution, high-def images of the Iran conflict per the request of the Trump administration. Planet Labs, who provides imagery from around the globe, said that they will no longer be providing images, and that was done by the United States government. So we can't see what's actually happening in Iran. The government's not sharing what's happening in Iran. We know that Iran's not decimated. The government's lying to us about what's happening in Iran, and they're telling satellite imagery companies they can no longer provide the same images they've been providing as part of their job. Gotcha. And then just to round it off for this Easter weekend, we have seen the highest rise in gas costs of any sitting president to date. The average cost of gas in America now is over $4 a gallon. And in some places, that's really high. In California, it's sitting between $6 and $7, teetering on $8 a gallon for gas. When and how do we hold this man accountable? That's the most frustrating part about being an American and not supporting their administration, as most of us, all of us don't support the administration, but then seeing what the administration's doing and feeling helpless, and how that will always reflect upon all Americans, regardless if you're a MAGA, regardless if you are left, right, liberal, centrist, it reflects upon all of us. I say all of this to say, this is all at the behest of a man and a government who is a lunatic, and a war and a conflict we do not need to be in. I was trying to stay offline today because it's Easter, but all these updates just pissed me off. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of whatever Sunday you have this holiday weekend. Bye.
Your reaction to the strikes?
It was the right thing to do, in my opinion.
And why is that?
Because if it wasn't for Trump, then the Iranian regime would have attacked us first.
I think it's disgusting. It's just another Trump ploy to hurt people and distract from the Epstein files.
An absolutist sort of attitude in a situation that's so nuanced and delicate doesn't seem sustainable, and it doesn't feel like a positive step toward any type of resolution.
Do you worry about retaliation, because we've seen the bases that were hit as well?
I'm concerned about the World Trade Center the most. You know, the new one with the tall pillar. I'm really concerned. I've been there a few times. I went to the top floor, and I'm nervous as hell.
This is an unprovoked U.S. attack. They were determined to do it. They were determined to provide all the weapons to Israel to also carry out the attack. And it is criminal beyond all belief. Iran was engaged in negotiations. The whole world knew that. And then came this attack.
Your sign says solidarity with Iran. You do know that there are Iranians right now that are celebrating what happened.
Oh, sure. There are monarchists that want the old corrupt system back of privilege, yes. But the Iranian Revolution, which called for nationalizing the oil and using it for the development of the whole country, that's what the U.S. wants back. That's what they want to reverse. They want to colonize every country of the world and do it at the point of a gun.
Do I love Iran's government? No, but I don't love Israel's government, and I don't love our government at this point. We're in a big crisis.
The language is just astonishing, ending that message with the phrase, "Praise be to Allah," coming as it does after days in which not only the president, but other top Trump officials have really portrayed this as a Christian nationalist right-wing crusade that the United States is engaged in. That's an open invitation, is it not, for Iranian proxies outside the country, including the sleeper cells that the president himself has conceded are active on American soil and quite possibly on British soil as well, to launch their own fresh assaults on targets in the United States and potentially again on targets here in the UK.
A crucial message from the esteemed President of the United States on this glorious Easter Sunday. And after you're done reading this, just remember, you are so much more like me than you will ever be like him. Let this really sink in for you. This is what the President of the United States, Donald Trump, just said today on Easter Sunday. Really take that in. Because this man wants to increase the military budget to $1.5 trillion for the 2027 fiscal spending year. That is a 50% increase from the prior year, 50%. And he wants to shave it off of our health care. Our health care. Not my health care, not your health care, our health care. The Americans' health care. So just remember that. We're in this together whether you like it or not. So either get on board or watch your castle crumble, babe.
American politicians are losing it today after Trump said that he will rain down hell on the Iranian regime, and then he ended off by saying, "Praise be to Allah." Now, they don't have a problem with Trump saying that he's going to blow up the power plants that millions of Iranis use, but they have a problem with Trump saying praise be to Allah on Easter Day. A lot of Americans are saying he's not a true Christian. However, as a Muslim myself, I don't see a problem in it. My opinion is he said it as a form of a mockery. Let me know in the comments what you think and how you feel about this.
I'm telling you, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Oval Office right now just to hear the carnage that is going on. So we haven't heard from CENTCOM for over 24 hours. They're constantly updating us on the war against Iran, but right now it's zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. And they're not the only ones. The orange blob, Donald Trump, hasn't said a word. Peter Hegseth, the Secretary of War, hasn't said a word. Nothing but silence. And at the same time, we've got a pilot, Air Force guy missing in Iran. Something like Black Hawk Down. He's probably hiding in a cave somewhere going, somebody rescue me. While all these Iranian tribal leaders are out there looking for him. It's madness. Now, Trump came out and he was like, hey, we're winning. We're shooting down all their planes in the skies. We're the top boss. And straight away afterwards, it's like, boom, boom, F-15 down, F-35 down, missing pilots, all sorts. I also heard on the grapevine that Hegseth is really worried about losing his job. He's sitting there going, oh no, might have just messed up a little bit. You know what he's doing to try and make himself look a bit better? He's just sacking generals and top military chiefs left, right, and center. Trust me, Trump's already laid the work. Remember when he said, oh, I only went into it because he told me to? Watch. Things are getting out of control. And to think that Trump is out there saying that they're winning, begging for a 48-hour ceasefire that never materialized because Iran was like held to the no. And right now, they're just quiet, crying in the corner. So like I said, I would love to be a fly on the wall right now in the Oval Office.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you guys for watching to this point. And to be honest, for me, I think it's quite embarrassing as well. It's quite embarrassing in the sense that this man should just learn how to say things. We understand the fact that, yes, he's in WAR with Iran and he can literally just say anything just because he wants to offend them. But why is it that people that go ahead to post it on his social media can literally not scrutinize what they are posting? It's actually a shame as far as I'm concerned. And to now crown it all that US is not a state of Muslim, and he have to now end it with praise be to Allah, is what a lot of people have literally been asking questions as well. Who is this man? What is this man trying to turn United States into? What is he literally trying to achieve? Because I remember countless times where we see some of these Somalians coming online here to say, oh, they prefer Sharia law, blah, blah, blah. We heated on them. And I've also seen one or two interviews with the Orange Man on the national TV where he will literally said, the United States is not a Muslim state, right? It's a Christian-dominated state, blah, blah, blah. But even if you are a Muslim, you can actually rule, like, it's not a bad thing. But you now going to quote every single thing you want to quote, and then this is not making sense, honestly. Now look at how Iranians are now mocking him. Look at it's now a thing for joke. Imagine someone should just go ahead and type on Twitter that, oh, we are bored. We are bored. That's because they literally now understand that you are a noisemaker. They literally now understand that you love attention. You love to seek attention. You are an attention seeker. So for that, they now have every single vibes inside of them that whenever you are quiet or you are calm, they will just push you to say something. And that is a total slap as far as I'm concerned. It's a slap of the highest order. It's a slap to the orange man. It's a slap to his personal advisors. It's a slap to America as a whole. But anyways, who bear the real shame here? It's definitely going to be the orange man, because that is actually what he wanted. That is actually why he started this WAR, right? He started it so that every single person can exalt him. Every single person can lift him high. Every single person can say, oh yes, we are proud of you. Why in real sense, every single thing that is happening right now, nobody is proud. I can tell you for a whole fact that even some of these Americans that will come online and be like, oh, we're proud. Oh, we're proud. Especially these white folks. Honestly, they are not proud. Deep down inside of them, they know the pains they are feeling. They know the pains they are literally going through. Just that they don't have a choice. They just have to say whatsoever they want to say. You understand? Now look at the other post where this one literally said, we lost the key to the Strait of Hormuz. We lost the key. There are some jokes that are not just jokes, but when you put out yourself out there, I keep saying this as well, and this, I keep saying, if you are an elder person, you put out yourself for a small child to look down on you. Definitely that small child will look down on you. But if you respect yourself, you respect your boundaries, you know your boundaries, yes, people will also respect you. You cannot see people talk anyhow to other presidents of other countries. They can't. But every single place, you see people creating memes, doing this, because this man has literally downgraded himself, I'm sorry to say. He has. Now look at the one that said the keys are just for friends. You going ahead to say you are going to threaten their plans, and these people are even not bothered. The more you keep talking about the threat, the more they are not bothered. The more you keep talking about the threat, the more they don't care. They don't give a damn about what you're threatening them about. I don't know. I just hope one day this man should wake up and understand that every single thing he's doing is absolutely wrong. But you know who the orange man is, right? He doesn't take correction. He doesn't see anything as wrong, totally. But it is well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And for disclaimers, this is just for educational purposes, not to come here ruffle on anyone's shoulder or make you feel uncomfortable. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, like, comment, and share. And thank you so much for staying sick and hooked with me to the end of this video. Yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I am going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys from the depth of my heart. Mwah.